Oh boy. What do you do when you come to the conclusion that you just don't want to do it anymore? This thing called life. You know, the grindstone, the whole experience, you know, it's weird, you know, it's just like you become aware of what's living in your head. Oh, again, this is so difficult to put into words because there's so much going on. There's always, you know, if you're a good observer, become a good observer of yourself, your own mind, your own feelings, your own experiences, plus the world around you, everything. You literally witness, observe everything. Then you realize that all of it, I mean everything mostly, is just contrived. It's utterly contrived and fake. The thoughts in our heads mostly just consist of programming. Do you know what I mean? It's like before I woke up, many years ago, you know, and I would sit in an office, a doctor's office or the dentist's office or in the waiting room somewhere or in the smoking room at work, you know, and they'd have these magazines, you know, like Cosmopolitan and fucking Hello magazine. Man, oh man, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with that. Right, but anyway. And it's always full of this type of Tavistock Institute type of advice where, oh, how to have the best sex ever, or, you know, how to like for example, you should have sex. You should have sex all the time. And if you're in a relationship and you don't have sex, and there's something wrong with you, and if you don't want to have sex, there's something wrong with you. Or if you don't like being alone, there's something wrong with you. You should enjoy being alone. And if you're overweight, there's something wrong with you. And I'm not really even putting this into words very well, I think, because it's become so, I've become so aware of the complexity of the contrivances that there's no way to put it into words. Every nuance of our life is set out for us from the minute we are conceived. We are programmed because our parents, our mother is programmed, her DNA is programmed, your father's DNA is programmed, and so forth and so on. Everything is set up, and it is a maze that people like us are trying to find our way out of, because it's all set out for us. This is how it is. This is how it is. Oh man, you know, everything in life is like that. Everything, even spirituality. I mean, you start thinking about where the New Age began and who were the so-called progenitors of the New Age, and it goes straight back to Satanism and the occult and people that are linked to the Tavistock Institute and whatnot. People like, say, Timothy Leary. He was definitely up to no good. He was involved with MK Ultra, you know. And also there's a really good book, Weird Scenes in the Canyon, about the 60s and all kinds of stuff that now pose as spirituality, New Age spirituality, that and it all looks so innocuous, but it isn't. You know, it isn't. It's not. This world has just become so fucking dark and twisty and oh man. And it lives in our head. It lives in our head. It's like, okay, don't just listen to the voice in your mind. Do what it says, because it is the truth. And of course, most people do that. Most people, you know, NPCs, they are just a program, but sold people that haven't awoken yet, perhaps, or whatever. I'm aware of it there. It's like, I want to go right, and it's there saying, no, you have to go left, because to go left is what everybody does, and that is how it is, and oh, you mustn't drink red wine because that's bad for you, and then you read an article and it says, oh, you must drink red wine when you're pregnant because it's really good for you. They just gaslight. It's all gaslighting, nebulous, sinister, twisty shit. And when you know you're existing in that sphere of insidious, dark influence, and you're slowly but surely trying to work your way out of it, but then you're there and you realise that, you know what, I'm sick of doing this. I'm just so sick of it. I really am. I am so fucking sick of this experience, man. I really am fed up with it. You buy something on eBay, right? Like, I buy my cocoa powder on eBay, and oh, you need to leave feedback. Don't forget to leave feedback. You get another email. Don't forget to leave feedback. Or there's an appointment that you need in the hospital for some reason or another, and it's like, oh, we can give you an appointment then. Well, I can't make that. And then they call you back the next day and they say, oh, we can give you an appointment then. It's the same date. And it's like, hello, I can't do that. Then they don't call you back at all. So then you think, oh, do I have to call them? So you think, do you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm just not going to bother calling them. Fuck it, right? Or, oh, there's always health-related issues, and you have to go to the doctor or you have to go to the dentist. Then you have to do the food shopping, you know, or, you know, get somebody to do it for you who is equally frustrated and having to go and do it. You have to cook, prepare and eat food, or just cut it up and eat it if you're into your raw food diet, which is another one of these weird things. It's like all of a sudden everybody wants to eat raw food, you know. I mean, saying that, oh, if you cook your food then you're going to be what's the word, malnourished. Well, you know, I'm not so fucking worried about that, right? I'm worried about the malnourishment of my spirit here. My soul is fucking malnourished. That's what is going on here. And my fucking soul needs some fucking Brussels sprouts and some broccoli and some carrots, yeah? My soul needs some serious fucking vitamin C and vitamin B and vitamin E and vitamin D and vitamin X, Y, fucking Z and zippity doodah, yeah? I'm sick of that as well. Oh, you have to take vitamins? You have to have a balanced and varied diet. You have to do this and you have to do that, and you should do this and you shouldn't do that, and you mustn't think like this and you mustn't say that, or you can't say that. I find that offensive. And 10 reasons why you should have S&M sex because it's good for you, or why you should dress your cat up in a gimp suit and whip him. I mean, really, you know, your water bill, your gas bill, your electric bill, your phone bill. Please leave feedback. Then you get untold emails from your bank telling you all kinds of bullshit, making themselves look like they've really got your back and they really care about you. You know, please take this quick survey, blah, blah, blah. You know, which inevitably is never quick, is it? And it's always designed to make you think like, oh, isn't it wonderful? My bank really cares about me. They don't give a fuck, you know, they just want your money. And your money doesn't even exist. It's not real, it's just a figure on a screen. And you've got to go to work. Well, I don't obviously, but a lot of people do. And you work and you hate it. And then you have some bloody NPC sociopath making your life a misery and telling you what to do. Oh man, it's this whole scenario, this whole experience is just so utterly fucking shit and meaningless. It's just total dross, it's banal and it's agony. It really is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so forth and so on, you know. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Oh, the astrology of 2020, Ascension. You know, no wonder we're fucking lost here, man. No wonder we haven't got a fucking clue what's going on anymore. No wonder so many people are committing suicide. No wonder everybody is sick. No wonder we're just, you know, you look at people walking by on the street and nobody is happy. Everybody is fucking miserable as hell. Fat, obese. Because all they've got is shopping or eating or sex or porn. My god, don't even get me started on that. That is just sick. Utterly sick. The simple, ordinary things in life just have ceased to deaden that sense of futility and fed upness that people feel, right? So now it's becoming more and more extreme. Anything to get rid of that feeling that everything is shit and meaningless, you know, everything to do, they'll do anything to get rid of that feeling, you know, we'll just, oh man. Today I'm just having that day where I just think, well, you know, people are scared of each other. You know, have you ever noticed that? People are just terrified of each other as well. It's like you strike up a conversation with somebody, a stranger, and they look at you as if you're threatening them with a Bowie knife or something. It's like, what the fuck? Like you're some sort of serial killer, and you know, you're gonna push something in their face and knock them out, and next thing they know, they're gonna wake up in your basement wrapped in plastic with, I don't know, you wearing a funny fucking Ronald Reagan mask, giggling maniacally, you know, whilst fingering your many implements of torture. I mean, it's madness. Was it, there's a channel called Star Gods. If you've not come across it, look it up. The guy's funny, really funny, and he brings up some good stuff, you know. And his last video was just hilarious. He's so funny. But there was some guy, some scientist, you know, scientific dictatorship, who wrote back in the 70s all about how our consciousness does not belong to us; it belongs to them. Megalomaniacs, psychopath fuckers, you know, yeah, our consciousness belongs to them, and we should not have freedom over our own consciousness. They should determine what we think and what we feel and how we react and where we go and how we dress and what we eat and how we move and what we listen to and what we whatever. Well, that's pretty much where we are now. David Icke always calls it a totalitarian tiptoe, and it sure as shit is that, man. They do it like that because you don't really notice it. Well, people like us obviously do, but there's not a damn thing we can do about it. We continue to dig down that rabbit hole. We continue to work on our consciousness, but we all have days like this, don't we? I'm not saying I always feel this way, but I had to get it off my chest today, people, because it just feels like that today. Like, why am I doing this? Because really, I just have this deep sense of futility. You know, I really do. And I'm still wrestling and struggling with the impetus, you know, this, oh no, you have to keep living at all costs, you have to keep going, which is a program as well, I'm certain of it, because, you know, is there really any reason? You know, I'm not saying that, you know, we should all kill ourselves or anything. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that we need meaning and we need communion. We need something here, and I'm not feeling it, and I'm not seeing it so much today. I'm not. There are days where I do feel it, I do see it, I do feel the connection and the communion, but today ain't one of those days at all. I mean, you know, it's boredom. You know, the type of boredom where you literally feel mummified. Everything is ugly, man. Nature is beautiful, but even nature is, there's something not right there, right? Why is everything green? Why can't we have different colours, and why doesn't it glow? Why does it have to be constantly dying and mulching, and then something new comes up and then that dies? Old age, man, oh man. You know, I remember being like 28 and looking good and feeling good, and believe me, I looked good when I was 28, you know. And my skin was all smooth and whatnot. And then I started to notice, round about when I was 30, that round here and here my skin felt weird and a bit rough, and there were wrinkles, and it just sort of happens. I see people now in their 20, 21, 22s who have wrinkles and who have weird skin, who look old, much older than they are. Disintegration, man. Disintegration. This shit it's fucking shit. It's shit. Ooh ah. It's fucking shit. And it needs to disintegrate. Everything in this realm that is of the light, like beautiful animals, souled people, truly souled people, people of imagination, of creativity, people with empathy, compassion and love. Those of us who are truly in pain here because we just can't handle it anymore, but all of us, all those beings of the light, we deserve liberation, freedom. We deserve something to happen now. Boom. Because here we are, and we've all done the work, you know, one way or another. We're doing the best we can, but you know what? We're literally just confused all the time, you know. We're confused because, you know, and it's so complicated, isn't it? And difficult. And yet we continue going, yet we strike forth, warriors that we are, you know, we just don't give up. But if any of you have days like this, I'm doing this video for you where you just think, fucking hell, I just can't be bothered with it anymore. I just don't see the fucking point. Oh, I need a pint of milk. Fuck it. Oh, I need to go to the... Oh, fuck it. Oh, I need to... Oh, fuck it. You know, because it's fucking pointless. It's bullshit. It's all just total bollocks. I know, I'm not... You know, I'm not here to you know, to spread a message. I'm not here. The only reason I do these videos is because, well, it helps me to get stuff off my chest. And then there are people who resonate with that because they're going through the same thing. And so if it helps in any way, if it helps other people, then that's great. It helps me to do them. I'm not here to tell anybody anything whatsoever. I am not the Tavistock Institute. I just have my opinions, mostly of a temporary nature, you know, and I'm just as messed up as everybody else, you know. I'm just me, and I'm just telling it the way I see it at any given moment, and it changes all the time. We all know that. We change all the time. Everything changes all the time, but obviously the world around us ain't changing. Well, it is changing, yeah, but not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. I mean, there was a picture I saw, and it was like the classroom of the 50s, and you know, not that it was good then, because obviously that was full of crap as well. You're getting kids to hide on their desk. This is what you do in the event of a nuclear attack. Like, hiding on your desk is really gonna help. Like, what? Or, oh, let us spray you all with, what was that shit that they sprayed on all the vegetables throughout the 50s and the 60s, that the children of the children of the children who lived then still have in their body. Okay, so the 50s were no good, but you saw this classroom of these happy looking kids, little Johnny and little Heidi and little Peggy Sue and whatnot, you know, with their little bobby socks and their pigtails, you know. And now you see the classroom of today, and you see some demonic looking sexual whatever, giving sex education or something in a school. I mean, seriously demonic looking with weird makeup on and big fuck off plastic horns, you know, and Baphomet written on her forehead or something like that, you know, not quite but almost. You know, the horned god in a fucking party dress and, you know, with sequins on and a demented parrot on her shoulder swearing, you know, whatever. I mean, what? What? Anyway, let me think. Have I said everything I wanted to say? Do I feel better now? Having a good rant, right, every now and then is good for your health, people. So if you want to have a nice rant, scream, shout, and just sit there and think about how shit everything is, then I strongly recommend it. It's cathartic, really, it is. It helps to get this shit up and out, rather than sitting there thinking, oh, I shouldn't think this way, and oh, I shouldn't say that. Ooh. Because that doesn't help. It doesn't help. We need to look it all straight in the eye, call it what it is, whatever that is, and have a good rant about it. And then you feel a little better, which helps you to live an extra 10 minutes. Anyway, so that's it for today, people. Lots of love to you all.